Pricing for the 2020 Genesis G90 starts at $72,200 for the 3.3 rear-wheel drive model. If you want all-wheel drive, you're going to have to pay $74,700, and if you want a V8 all-wheel drive, you have to pay over $78,000. Power comes from a 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 making 365 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque, and it's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 60 for the Genesis G90 comes in at 5.5 seconds with a top speed of 147 miles an hour. Of course, if you want to go for the V8 option, you can, but there's very little difference in performance. Obviously, they have a V8 here because they're competing with the big boys. The Genesis G90 competes with the Audi A8, BMW 7 Series, Jaguar XJ, Lexus LS, and the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. In terms of pricing, it's closest to the LS, and the Lexus LS is actually quite a sleeper in this segment. I absolutely love the design of the new Genesis G90. Keep in mind, though, this is a mid-cycle refresh. This isn't the new generation model. However, it does feature the brand's new athletic design language that we've seen on the GV80 SUV and the new G80. You have standard LED headlamps on all Genesis G90 models with a really cool design called G Matrix, and you can see that right there in the indicators. I love the way the indicators flow into the side right here behind the wheels. Looks very nice. The Genesis G90 comes with 19-inch wheels, and either you're going to love them or you're going to hate them. I absolutely love them. I think they look very classy. They do remind me of the wheels from the Mercedes Maybach S-Class for sure. The interior here on the 2020 Genesis G90 is simply amazing. Keep in mind, though, this is a mid-cycle refresh. This isn't an all-new model with an all-new interior. The new interior that you see in the GV80 SUV will be making its way here in the next generation Genesis G90. All 2020 Genesis G90 models come standard with a 12.3-inch display, which is now a touchscreen, and it houses the new Genesis infotainment system, but it isn't the new system that you'll see in the GV80 later this year. To get a deeper dive into this infotainment system, check out my YouTube review. The seats on the Genesis G90 are extremely comfortable. You have a nice embossed Genesis logo right into the headrest there. These are 22-way power adjustable seats. They're Nappa leather, so they're extremely comfortable. You don't get massaging seats, which I think is a really big missed opportunity here, but you do get heated and cooled front seats, and then you get heated rear seats, and then you have a heated steering with 2 different levels, which is the first time I've seen that, and I think that's really cool. By far the coolest thing in the Genesis G90 are the rear seats, because you're meant to be driven in a G90 and you're not supposed to be driving it. It is very comfortable back here. You have a lot of leg room. Then you have a control center here, so let's run through some of the things that you can do from back here. Now, the control center in the back of the Genesis G90 isn't as advanced as the ones you see on the BMW 7 Series or Mercedes-Benz S-Class, but you can control the climate, you can control your both heated seats back here, and then you have the ability to turn the display on and off, but be very careful because the driver can lock you out. And then say you don't want anybody to bother you, you do have the ability to turn up your rear present blocker, so you can block in the sun from coming in or any eyes you don't want seeing you. And then say you're the one that paid for this Genesis G90 and you're rich and you want the most legroom. You sit here and then you can fold the front passenger seat and crush that passenger because you don't care. You paid for this car. You want the most legroom possible. And there you go. The Genesis G90 does get soft closed doors, and that's them in action. Here's the door closing sound from the outside and from the inside. Maybe one day I'll compile a video with all the horn sounds that I've demoed for you guys, but here's how the horn sounds in the Genesis G90.